Hi, everybody. It's Linda and Violetta.
Hello, my friends, and see you in from my home and from Linda. And thank you, Linda, so much for sending me your invitation.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. But listen, you guys, I want to show you guys something real quick. Okay. You see that gorgeous sand Navajo painting back there? That's from Violetta. What's the name of the artist again?
Oh, you have the writing there, and It is very rare because it's on sandpaper, sand painting, not sandpaper.
It's a sand painting. It's a Navajo, and it's signed on the back.
And he is getting more famous, and with the years. So he is making himself a name because not many people know how to paint that way.
Right. So anyway, isn't that gorgeous? Thank you.
And I thought
because it was wrapped so tight, I had Richard untie it for me. And I walked into my dining area and I looked down and I squealed. And Richard said, "What happened? What happened?" I said, "The picture. Oh my God, it's beautiful." He goes, "Jesus Christ, you scared me."
And it took forever my husband to make the box that it will not damage because he didn't want the scratches. So, oh gosh,
he did a great job, but it took forever for Richard to open it.
Forever to unpack and forever to pack. And I was on him every day. Can you do it tomorrow?
He's like, "You just leave me alone."
But it took him a few days to make it.
So we have a few questions.
Yes.
Marcia sent a really good one. Marcia asks, what will the ramifications of the cruise ship industry on releasing football fields of raw sewage in our oceans? What will be the ramification of the cruise ship industry putting raw sewage in the ocean?
They will start making some cleaning things, but it's nothing that they can do.
Yeah.
They can't do anything. It's a Mother Nature, and that's it.
Right. I do feel it gets absorbed naturally.
It is naturally absorbed, and it goes probably on the bottom. And in Poland, if someone is taking credit for someone's work, we are always saying, the S is flat behind the ship and saying, we are moving forward. So it is something that I will cut the cards.
Listen, you guys, on Wednesdays.
So count to three. I will pull the 3 cards for that. Okay. We'll see if the cards agree with us or not.
1, 2, 3.
They will be cheating. They will never admit how much they are putting the surprises, and they will be eventually trying to kind of clean up that mess, but maybe they will take some to the and make this as a compost.
Okay. Oh.
So eventually they will have to figure out some way, especially when they are in the port.
Right. Well, I hope to God they're way out there when they dump that sewage, because little kids can get in that water and that feces has disease in it.
Yes. And now everyone, whoever will go for the cruise ship has to be vaccinated.
Oh, you're kidding. I didn't know that.
Yes, they have to be vaccinated.
Because it costs them too much money. And they're a private industry and they can ask for what they want.
So, they are talking about passports, but eventually everyone will be telling, you want to come to England or Europe, you have to have a passport.
There you go. Now, listen, I just want to tell everybody that Violetta has a live feed like me on Wednesdays. A live stream. You have to be a member though, join as a member like you guys do with me. And today she had a show. So I kind of know what you've already discussed, but I just wanted to give my 2 bits on Cheney.
Okay, yes, please.
I got a very strong hit on Cheney that, and some people even on the news media are saying this, but I feel, and I think you sort of said the same thing, that this is a plus for Democrats, what they're doing. I feel them working against her is going to bite the Republicans in the rear because she's really pissed and she gets back.
But she's doing this very classy way.
Very, very. And her dad knows stuff, and there's sort of, she's taken big money away from them. And I also feel this, let's just see, you guys. I also feel that she can vote for the voting thing the Democrats are putting in, because why would she stand with the Republicans? This is a Trump thing, the voting thing, what they're doing to all these places to say you can't vote for who you want, we get to decide. I almost get a feeling like she might vote on the side of the Democrats. That's what I got. So I'm announcing.
And a few videos back, I think I mentioned that she might be independent.
Whoa.
And today, when she said that she will fight so Trump wouldn't be in the Oval Office.
One of the ways.
I have the feeling that she has support of those people from Lincoln Project.
Right. And one of the ways she can fight is she can make it so they don't get their way with the voting thing.
She has the big shoulders from her daddy.
Yep. Oh, he's furious.
Sorry?
He's furious.
He must be, because it was his party. He was vice president, and he was kind of president, and Bush was vice president.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Because it was something that he was doing this for.
But I really see her as being sort of someone that hits the Republicans in such a way, the Trump Republicans, that they're all whining and complaining. But you know, they should have thought of that before they
pushed her away, and you know.
And I think she will run for president. I don't think she'll win, but I think she will run.
We never know, because she has that now. I was saying to the truth. And people likes that.
Yes.
Standing up to the power and saying the truth. She was a real warrior, and they don't have any noble people in the Republican Party.
No, no.
And when the dirty stuff will come on Trump, they don't have anyone to put the anchor on.
Right, right.
So she is the only part that they can actually rely on. And I think she is doing a lot of goodness to herself. And McCartney is not McCartney, how you call him? The kind kind of speaker of the Republican.
Oh, McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Kevin.
He is not likable. They don't trust him because he is weak. Mitch, he is hated.
Oh my God, he just came out and made a news thing that they talked to President Biden. And yeah, they believe we really need to know what the thing is Biden, I see how he wants to work across the table, but Biden needs to get some big pants on because he needs to tell him, screw you, I tried and you guys are done. I really don't think, because you know what Mitch McConnell said? Oh, raising taxes on the rich, that's where I draw the red line. Well, you know what? The rich made more money. We're in more debt than we've ever been. But he said the economy's never been greater since the rich made more money. No,
because, if they wouldn't push those rich people wouldn't let them to go to China, there would be not that many rich people. Everything is made out of China.
Exactly.
Amazon is the best sample that he's living of China.
Right. Now, did you want to ask me a specific question? Do you want me
to
take the, okay.
How much danger to Republican Party is causing by Donald Trump?
How much what?
danger to the Republican Party.
Oh my God, off the charts. Because he's nobody. He's nothing. He was a Democrat until 2008.
Yeah, he was
This is the hit
both
I got
parties.
today. It's so funny you asked me that question because this is the hit I got today. I got that their money is going through Trump. It's like he's telling everybody, send your money to me. Don't send it to the candidates. I'll make sure they get the money. And then he's not going to send the money.
No.
Because remember, Deutsche Bank, he owed like $440 million to the minute he stopped being president. He hasn't paid them yet. But I see him paying his debts.
And he was able to sue them even. So it is that
he's going to destroy the Trump Republicans.
He is, and they are
because I see them all like this. Even that guy, what's his name? The one who got shot.
The Republic. I know which one. On the swimming pool, on the playing. They were playing. They were playing
baseball. Anyway, yeah. and Paul jumped the fence and ran like a little, you know what? He wasn't there to help his guys. Anyway, he got shot and he came through, and he's number 3, I think, with the Republicans. But they're going to put that woman in because she's the token woman that's going to replace Cheney, because they got to have their token woman like they did their token black man in the Republican Party and made him go up and say to everybody, there's no racism in the United States.
And there are women in the Republican Party, maybe 4, but there are women.
Yes. So here we're going to put the token, but that guy wants it. That guy, Steve Scalise.
Oh yeah, Scalise.
He wants that position. And he's upset they're putting her in there, but he wants it. Anyway, they're going to fight amongst themselves like a bunch of little girls.
But, you know, they wouldn't have any respect for themselves.
I know. But just what you just asked me, it's really weird. What was the question again?
How much danger to Republican Party is Donald Trump causing?
So my flash earlier today, it's so funny you asked that, was that Trump was literally going to steal money from them. He was going to take the money. He was going to pay his own debts. He would make them pay for him to speak at their events. It's no, I'm coming out to support you and make sure. See, he didn't have any problem going to town when he was president and it was on our dime. But when it's going to cost him, and by the way, there's a lot of cities he can't go to because he still owes them money.
Because he was not paying for those rallies there.
So what I see is people are begging him to help and he'll show up, but you got to pay him. And they're saying, where's the money? Where's all the money you got donated? Well, I need that, you know, for the cost of this or that. I don't know what he says, but I see him literally taking the money because of his legal fees and because of the debt.
He's just there for the money, nothing else. It's all about money for his pocket.
Yep. So, okay, now we'll give to you.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. And Becca Lynn asked this. She said, have you ever been with someone when they passed? If so, can you detect anything in the energy around them or in the room?
I never been with anyone who died and I was with them in the room. No.
Oh, okay. Well, let me answer it then. I'll take this question because, you know, I was a hospice nurse.
I talked with my mom after she passed, 3 nights later or 4 nights later.
What'd she say?
Because someone asked me a question, and I have that question somewhere, and that person asked me how many lives she had, and she didn't answer me that, but what was her purpose in this lifetime, and she told me, and of course, I was mentioning sometimes on my channel that she was all about galactic stars.
Yes.
70, 95 and 97. She was still studying galactics. So she was all the time, you know, she was like a computer.
Oh, wow.
all her life. You can ask her question and book, before the computers was invented. And I see her close to Northern Star. And I saw her in uniform in the laboratory. So she is a young scientist, and she said, they sent me to give you a birth. And you were our project.
Wow.
So she was kind of telling me that she was alien and came back to give me a birth. My brothers don't have the gift.
No.
And they are very, very healthy boys. I was always the weak one. And she said, we had to give you very weak immune system. And if you will survive certain amount of years, we will be communicating with you. But it takes some part of your immunity to be programmed that way.
Wow.
So I have 3 very rare diseases. Bleeding disorder, extremely rare. I was 65 patients with that kind of bleeding disorder in Canada. I have a water diabetes that I have to drink a lot of water, 4 liters a day. Wow. And without that, I can die every day if I was not drinking enough. And the third one, my blood pressure is so weird.
I know.
One moment it's 200, another 97. And when I was doing once a reading and I have monitor, it went 60 by 40 blood pressure. So they can't treat me anyway for
they
low.
Can't give you something to bring it down because you might go too far down.
And in a few minutes. So that's the problem with me. And she said, we had to compromise your immune system to be able to communicate with you.
Whoa.
So, and I thought, oh, that's like talking to my mom.
Yes.
You know, because she was always somewhere, and I still have the painting behind me. Somewhere always kind of not real on the, who cares? Like it was the way, who cares?
You know, I was going to say, you know, I've seen so many people die, but I did have a hospice patient once. He was an engineer. He was only 55, so he was awfully young, dying of lung cancer. And I literally saw one night he was sort of semi-coma and his head was moving like this. And I could see energies going around him and through him. And it's like he's looking at them and he's talking to them. It scared me so bad. And I could hear chattering and talking, but they had nothing to do with me. They were focused on him. And they had a long hallway to get to the refrigerator to get his medication. And I came back and I sat down and I was scared to death. And then all of a sudden, while I'm looking at him, his eyes just opened. It was so scary. And he said, Mother's been here to visit me. And then I think he died the next day. And then when he died, they put him on the gurney and I went to go to the front door to open it for everybody. It's a beautiful home. I went to open the front door and the door just slammed wide open. So yeah, that was weird. And then I had a lot of people die on me in the hospital.
Yeah,
but I saw that energy.
I only remember the people who died, and I'm always focused on the hands, how the hands look like. Because over here they put the makeup.
Yes.
But the hands are kind of the truth, they telling the truth that the body is gone. So I'm always, and my mother, before she died, I got the pictures and she was looking already like she's dead.
Okay.
It was very, very realistic and very sad.
Right. But she's not dead. She's physical body's dead, but yeah.
I think she's somewhere on that galactic somewhere, and she's working what she likes to do. She was always so, like, her and her husband, they will buy for themselves. She will buy 2 booklets every week, 100 pages of crosswords.
Wow.
And that was keeping
and she
them.
Would do it?
She would do it, 100 of them competing with him. they were not doing on the same page. They were never on the same page. They were competing.
Isn't that something?
And she was holding in her apron or her night outfit in the pocket, her booklet. It was not big because everyone was on different page. And then he will be, and there was no answer in that week. Week later, they will put the answer. So you couldn't, you
couldn't cheat. Yeah.
You couldn't cheat. And she had to always hold her because he would come in the night and try to pick up. So she was sleeping under the pillow. It was so childish, but that was her biggest pleasure in the life to answer those questions.
Right, right. So now, do you have a question for me?
Okay, yes. And I have one about what's. Are you keeping this for me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So I have this one. Former Capitol interner, ex-girlfriend of Matt Gaetz, is asked to cooperate with prosecuting team. How she will be, what information would she give to the prosecuting team?
Okay. She knows stuff. She's nervous about releasing it though. She's going to tell them that they can't protect her enough or something. It feels like there's a lot of people behind the scenes that would love to get rid of her. There's some sort of cooperation agreement here. She's acknowledging someone has already spilt their guts. It must be that guy. And she's pointing to lines in a letter and saying, yeah, this is true and this is true. But she's nervous. She's not wanting to do this, but she's afraid to lie also, because she's kind of forced into doing this. Hold on, let me look at Matt Gaetz. I see, what do you call handcuffs?
Handcuffs, oh, good.
I see handcuffs. I see them bringing him in. It's a shock because there's not even a leak going out, and then boom. And let me tell you something I saw today. Merrick Garland was speaking at something on TV.
Yeah, in the Congress. In the Congress.
And I saw, everybody's like, God, he's taking too long. But no, he's not. He just got in there. And I saw he's really getting into the juicy and the things they're about, like I see them building up the cases and they're about ready to take off. Barr's in trouble too. But I see them getting Matt Gaetz. That's for real, but he's like forwarding it to someone else to do it. But the other thing I see is the insurrection. I see them like, we're going to see the news come on and it's going to be names of assistants to people in Congress who were part of the ones that opened the doors and let people in. And then some of the congressmen are going to act like I didn't realize they did that.
Yeah.
And then there's some actual congressmen that are going to get in trouble.
But today, when I was listening in the morning, some part of the Congress,
yeah,
they were trying to switch the truth. They were trying to make that it was impossible for Trump to push those people, but because they were too early there.
And they all gathered in the Capitol, and they were in check, and they were just being polite. But we see with our eyes. We see with our eyes, and they're trying to act like, no, that's not what happened.
No, they want to kill Mike Pence, and no, that was not. They ignored that.
Yeah. What about building a noose in the front? Oh, that was nothing, actually.
Okay, now it's my turn.
Yes.
What is the future for NRA after bankruptcy?
Okay, that's a good question.
Because they just filed it in New York and it was dismissed.
Yes, they said, no, you can't commit. You cannot commit.
You can't actually.
That Pepe Le Pew, the guys in charge of it, the Pepe Le Pew, they said you spent all this money
on the outfits and so on. Yeah.
And they even said, were those suits a gift? He said, no, they were work related. So go ahead. What do you feel?
Oh, so it's for me? Okay. I think he felt like he is a stripteaser and working and dressing himself for that kind of money.
But because they can't file bankruptcy, I think they might take it to a higher court, actually, or try to.
Oh, okay. 3 cards. I thought that I'm asking you, but...
1.
Yes.
2.
Yes.
3.
I think you are on something because I see that. That's a symbol, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, okay.
Yes, they will be going to the Supreme Court maybe because they want to show their own story and they want to celebrate. So maybe they will be still lucky because they have a lot of supporters in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but Supreme Court's getting ready to get worked on. And if they do that, they'll definitely get, I'm telling you, Cabinet's going, they're going to get in there and really work on these people.
They have to, and I think that there will be a woman coming to the Supreme Court soon.
Oh, good.
And maybe Black woman even. But someone asked me if Glenn Kirshner will be the next one, and I said, I see a woman.
I loved Glenn Kushner, but I looked at that already, and he's not going to be a Supreme Court justice.
I feel like I'm obligated to know what his points of view are, because he is a lawyer and he's giving us information that no one else can give you the same way as he does.
Right, exactly. Okay, now ask me a question again. Sorry.
Okay. Russia is complicit in the cyber attacks coming from Russian hackers. Will Putin stop to prosecute those groups? Putin is Putin, and in my channel.
I don't see him persecuting the groups that did this. I do see our ability to stop this is going to get stronger because remember, Trump wasn't paying attention. I'll let them do what they want.
He wanted, actually. It looks like he was allowing to go through the fingers and go and see that.
Like that big, huge one we had that they stole all kinds of stuff.
For so many months, or who knows how many years it was going on.
Yeah.
I was always seeing windmills. When Leszek asked me about the cyber attacks, I was never able to understand. And they called this somehow like windmills, the name of the cyber attack.
That was the name of it, yeah.
I was so shocked when I thought, oh, that's the reason I was seeing. And Leszek, why do you see all the time windmills?
Yeah, and but solar, they're going to get hit.
And I think they call this solar windmills.
So, yeah. So anyway, I'm so sorry this is happening. And by the way, more is going to happen.
I said the same thing today, that it will be happening more and more dramatic, and we will be all paying such a prices.
Exactly. And I got to tell you something. The good news is our abilities are going to get stronger. If you remember, Iran was doing some nukes, and we actually put something in their system that literally broke down their whole system. So we have the ability too. But they're going to do something to, America is going to do something to Russia, sort of retaliative measure. And Biden will say, I don't know what happened.
He wants to always play a good boy role. He is always trying to be a mommy's good boy.
That doesn't pay nowadays, like you said.
No.
Look at Cheney. She might even, she's going to run for president. People will like her because she's like Trump, but the opposite end.
Yes.
Okay, here's your question. Any big stock crashes or major downturns in the next 5 years?
Big crashes?
Stock crashes.
Stock crashes. Oh my gosh, I put the cards away because you said that we have a short one today. So.
Oh, well, we still got about 5 minutes. I actually start 35 minutes.
3 cards, please.
Yeah. 1.
Yes.
2. 3.
Yes, and it will be all related to Wall Street. I think that those coins will be in jeopardy, those big coins and so on.
They're already starting to be, yep.
Yes, I was never trusting them. I felt
either.
so bad when people ask me and they want me to tell them that they are wonderful and it's worth it to invest in them. I can't feel good when I'm saying that.
Right.
I can't feel good when I'm not seeing ahead of the vaccination in a few years. There was limits that they didn't want to vaccine the young kids.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I'm worried that then, that technology was not checked enough.
I feel really good about it.
Well, I took it and I feel good that I will be protected. I don't care what's happening.
But it's only going to be limited. We're going to almost have to do it every year like
all
we do
over and all over. But I'm just worried about younger generation, like kids, how that will affect the DNA.
Right. No, it doesn't affect the DNA at all. Have you read the science on it?
I read, but they are,
it has nothing to do with the DNA. And apparently here in America, the Black community are the ones that aren't getting the shot because they're so afraid of it. But do you realize it was a Black woman who developed the vaccine?
That she will be today with Lawrence O'Donnell.
Yeah. She was the one that developed the vaccine. And when you look at the science, my friend Mel is very scientific. If you look at the science, it has nothing to do with the DNA. It's not even like a flu shot, but I'll send you the information and you can see. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. No, I'm not worried. I don't want to live to like my mother. I don't want to be that old. I was always saying I will die young.
I always thought that too.
Look, I'm even using fake eyelashes.
They look great, my friend.
Tracy showed me how to put the magnetic ones. So you put the magnet,
cool,
you buy them at the Walmart and you put the magnet paint and then stuck.
There you go.
So, we have to feel young to live longer. And one more thing, I'm worried about the shrinking of the value of the money.
I know, that's definitely going on.
That will be something that, the higher wages will be, but you can't buy for that money too much.
Well, we've already gone 4% up. Our gas is up, our groceries are up, everything's up.
Yes. And, when there will be gasoline more expensive, every grocery store will be more expensive again.
I get it. And you know what? The other thing, Violetta, they never bring the price down afterwards.
No, they want to keep it
up.
Yeah. So it will be angel of justice. If we don't protect ourselves, we will feel unprotected. There will be so many surprises and it will be one after another. So there will be so many surprises coming our ways. And, it is that illness was a surprise. You predict that, but it was a surprise for most people. We knew that.
My guys only said this. There's going to be a bad virus coming, a nasty one, and everybody's going to need to wear a mask. But they didn't say it was going to be Armageddon. They didn't give me that information. I just said it like it was matter of fact. Oh, we're getting ready to get hit. But I didn't realize that this was going to be, because they did say we're shifting as an earth being. And they did say that natural disasters were getting ready to take place. Well, I guess you could say this virus was sort of a disaster.
And I'm worried about Yellowstone Park.
Who?
Yellowstone Park, I'm worried about that.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't feel it. I feel an explosion, but not as bad as the Armageddon one.
Yeah, no, but, I was there when we came to Canada in, early 1998, probably 89. And then 20 few years later, when we went, the glaciers dry out like crazy. Like you can see the difference in 20 years. And again, we didn't go for about 10 years. So I can imagine how that is a fact. We don't see that day by day, but eventually
I do see an explosion, but not as bad as the one that happened before. As you realize, we're having a lot of volcanic explosions. They're bad, but they're not.
Usually in North America, we don't hear too much about them. Helena was the only one that was bad that I remember.
The one in Washington didn't kill massive amount of people. It's the one in, but it's not what was the name of that volcano?
Helena.
No, the one in that did Pompeii.
Vesuvius.
Yeah, that was Armageddon.
Yes.
And the one in Yellowstone is Armageddon.
I hope we are going to live our lives quietly, but it is overdue.
But the guides did say a lot of natural disasters. So basically, we think we're all stuck in this little box of this reality. It's getting ready to change, but it's going to change where we are better people. So we'll see.
We have to pray for the better outcome for everyone and for the peace and Mother Earth being quiet and sleepy.
Exactly. Well, my friend, it was wonderful seeing you. I know you're busy, but gosh, it was wonderful. And next time I'll be on your show.
Yes, I have to make sure that I'm, not the last time when I try it. And I'm always so worried of those computer things.
Me too. But we didn't have Tracy though. Remember, we couldn't figure out what the heck.
But that was my fault that I connected the microphone.
That's right. That's right.
It was simple as whistle, but when I wanted too much, I put the microphone and it was a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much. And see you next time. And take care of yourself.
Thank you. You too, honey. It's going to be a hot day, so I'm going to get cool.
Yeah.
And my Lulu has some kidney. There's something wrong with her kidney blood. So I take her today to the vet. So y'all say a little prayer for Lulu.
Oh my gosh. We have to pray for Lulu and for all the dogs and all the people that need our help and feel protected, and that the gun law will be taken care of.
Yes.
Because we have to send them the energy that they will start working on it.
Exactly. Exactly.
If they can push the NRA out of the cliff, that will be the best way.
Best thing to happen. Best thing to happen. And they shouldn't be a nonprofit either. They need to pay tax.
They are just for profit, and they are profiting by choosing the presidents.
Yes, exactly.
And
all right. Bye, you guys.
Thank you so much.